Lieutenant Hampton, HAMPTON, Homicide Commander. Thank everyone for coming out today. We're here just to make an announcement about some developments in the Jose Greer case. Detective Vinny Velasquez has been the lead detective on it from the very beginning, and I'm going to let him tell you what's going on and potentially what's to follow.
Sure. Thank you. Velasquez, VELAZQUEZ. Last time we were here, we were talking about Crime Stoppers, and we're putting a lot of information out. So we're here today to announce that we've made one arrest in this case. This particular person is Lil'Che Stafford. That's Lilche, Stafford, Stafford. He's 20 years old, and he was arrested in Denver, Colorado by the US Marshals Service on our behalf yesterday. So we are continuing to investigate this case, and we still would like anybody with information to call Crime Stoppers if they have information. In addition to this, we do anticipate additional arrests soon, so we're asking for the public's help in that as well. That's pretty much it.
Was he the one who was with the Supreme ball cap, or was he one of the other two?
We're not going to release that just yet, but I can say this, that we have identified at least 5 suspects that are involved in this thing. We're not going to release whose role was what just yet.
Well, how was your victim targeted?
We don't know whether he really was targeted or not yet. There's a possibility that they could have gotten the wrong apartment. So we have entertained that idea. We don't know for sure yet, and that's something that we probably will learn on the back end of this thing.
Did they make contact with him? What would make him so desperate to jump out of the window?
That I couldn't answer. I have no idea. Don't know why someone would, other than fear. So, you know, one of the things we talk about in homicide investigations is motive and obviously what weapon was used. So in this case, fear is the weapon. If you decide to jump because you're that afraid of someone breaking in, then the weapon in this thing is fear. Even if you choose to jump, you know, and think you can survive, obviously that was not the case here.
Did your suspects have guns?
There's no indication that they did. We don't know, but there's no indication at this point that they did.
Is there anything else you could tell us about the victim's background?
I can tell you that the victim was a regular person, worked every day. He was 51 years old. He worked for a local cable company as a salesman. Was a contributing member of our community, paid taxes, lived, worked, drove a car, just like we do every day.
Children?
Yes, he does have children.
There was a substantial reward offered from day one. It was $25,000 when you made the initial announcement with the video of the 3 suspects. Quickly grew to $40,000. Is somebody claiming that money, and how much did that help in your investigation?
Well, again, I'm gonna bring this all back to Crime Stoppers. So, Crime Stoppers, being who they are and taking tips that are anonymous, was instrumental in helping us with this case. So, certainly when all the smoke clears later and we are able to figure out who contributed how much to what, we will determine what tipsters will get what amount of money. But we have received tips through Crime Stoppers, several tips on this case, which has really helped us get to this point today.
Can you tell us about the suspect, his background, why he was somewhere else, and how you found him?
I can tell you that he has no criminal history that we could see, and I can tell you that he was in Denver, Colorado for work, and I'll leave it at that, and I say that loosely.
So is he facing federal charges?
No.
You mentioned the Marshals.
The U.S. Marshals just assisted us in apprehending him. We had information he was in out of state, so therefore the federal agencies help us apprehend people.
What charge might he face?
Okay, he's right. Good question. Right now, he is being charged with 1 count of burglary and 1 count of felony murder.
The video
is this
shows.
gang related?
I'm sorry?
Is this gang related?
No indication that it is at this point.
The video had shown 3 suspects. 1 gentleman in the Supreme cap opening the door for 2 others, but you mentioned 5. Is this part of a bigger ring or some kind of?
I wouldn't classify it as a ring. I would just say there's 5 suspects. I'm not going to go into detail of what. Obviously, we all saw the video. We know 3 people came in. I'm not prepared to discuss the other 2's involvement just yet.
And the video is from where?
the apartment complex where the victim lived.
There,
Is that suspect being cooperative, and could he hold some clues or help you in with further arrests?
I mean, any suspect could, but we're not prepared to comment on who's cooperating or not.
do you
at this
believe
point.
the other 4 suspects are as far away as Denver or other parts of the country, or they may be in Metro Atlanta?
They may be in Metro Atlanta, but there's a possibility they could be out of state as well.
Do we know how long this suspect was in Denver? Did he leave the area immediately? or-
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
The reaction when you presented the news to the family of the victim, and I guess on a personal level for you guys, this was a case that just generated a lot of interest, I think, because it was a guy who jumped 3 stories to escape a home invasion.
Sure.
And they walked right by him on the ground as they fled, and it was just a heartless crime.
So your question was?
So the family's reaction and your personal reaction to, hopefully getting this closed quickly.
Personally, I'm not going to comment my personal feeling on the case. I mean, we treat every case the same, but the family was happy to hear that we did make an arrest and we're making progress. And they are just, very patient, and they understand this is a difficult case. And, as far as this arrest goes, they were very pleased with that. So one more question, and I'm going to shut it down.
Is Stafford a local man?
He is from the Atlanta area, yes. So thank you very much.
Thank you.